Well, Open Window Politics. Today we're going to be going through my latest prediction of the 2024 Senate election map. We'll be starting out on the West Coast and move eastward. So we will start out where I've already characterized all the safe and likely states. For the Democrats, we have the likely states. Surprisingly, New York is in the likely column, which is a little interesting, as well as Maryland and Virginia. And then for the Republicans, we have Texas and Florida. But we will be characterizing all of the lean, and I'm going to add a toss-up characterization too for both parties, just to give us an indication of how close the race might be. And right off the bat, we already have one seat flipped for the Republican Party, that being the seat in West Virginia. This is Joe Manchin's seat. So this is going to be an automatic gain for the Republicans. And if Trump and J.D. Vance are able to win the election, J.D. Vance will be the tie-breaking vote. And if the Senate were to, if all of the rest of the seats were to go Democrat, then the Republicans, with J.D. Vance's tie-breaking vote, would be able to hold the majority for the Republican Party in the Senate. So we will start by characterizing the states. We'll start with Nevada. In Nevada, I think that it is likely to do better for the Democratic Senate candidate under Harris than it would have been if it was under Trump, if there was the down ballot, or under Biden. So I'm going to go with right now I'm going to go with a lean blue rating for the state. I think that it might narrow up, but I do think that the state, if the polls seem to indicate that it is going to vote Republican on the presidential level and vote Democrat on the Senate level, and that might very well be the case with a couple of these states here. We'll go through all of them. Then we get to the state of Arizona. In Arizona, this state is going to likely be, I'm going to make this as a tilt, well, either tilt or lean. It's got a good chance of going to the Democratic Party. The polls seem to be indicating that, so we're going to give it right now as a lean. It could be a tilt, but for now I'm going to go with lean. So with that, that gives us 45 seats for the Democrats to 50 for the Republicans. And then we will get to the state of Wisconsin. I believe this is Tammy Baldwin's seat, and I think she's got a really good chance of winning re-election. So we're going to give that again as a lean, or yeah, we're going to go give that as a lean blue state for right now. There we go. Then we get to the state of Michigan. I think Michigan is probably going to be a similar case, although it might not be as quite, but it'll be probably a closer margin. So we're going to go with a tilt blue rating for that. And then we will now go to the state of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, I see the state. This is Bob Casey's seat. It'll most likely remain in Democratic hands. He's a very popular, well-liked senator, so for now we're going to go with a lean blue rating for that. And with that, we have 48 seats for the Democrats to 50 for the Republicans, and the Republicans have two more opportunities in order to solidify a majority. Democrats would have to win both of these and the presidency in order to have a majority in the Senate, with the vice president breaking the tie for either party. But Democrats would have to win both of these seats plus have a tie-breaking vote. And unfortunately for the Democrats, they are not going to be able to get that. So I'm going to give the state of Montana as a lean Republican rating. I think it's got a good chance of flipping. It's probably the second most likely state to flip. Party control hands. First, of course, being West Virginia. That one is an easy one for the Republicans. So with that, that is one seat flipped. And then I'm going to be changing my characterization for the state of Ohio. And I'm going to take a look at the polls of the 538 model for the state of Ohio to see which way the race is leaning. I am likely going to be switching my characterization for it from my previous ones. So they're even for Republican-leaning pollster, the American Fuel and Petrochemical Manufacturers. So they show Trump winning by about 10 points, while Brown is winning by about 6. I think that this will probably be a little more narrow than 6 points. That seems like quite a bit, but it's possible. But there are definitely going to be some Trump-Brown voters. Brown is a well-liked senator. So, and then we go to the further polls down here. We have a pretty consistent Trump lead on the presidential level, but on the Senate level, we seem to have a pretty consistent lead for the incumbent Senator Brown. In this one, he's up by 8, he's up by 5, and the one above it. So generally pretty good indications for the Democratic Party there. So for now, we are going to go with a tilt blue rating for it. That is a switch from my previous projection. But for now, that is going to be the makeup. But it doesn't really matter too much. Regardless, Republicans still have a majority in the Senate with 51 seats, regardless of who wins the presidential election. But for now, this is my prediction. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.